Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading today. We have another cool reading. In Capricorn, we start with the starfish, and it was reversed. And this is, an interesting card in itself. This talks about something that is beautiful or alluring, this energy alluring, but it can be superficial or shallow. Yeah, especially in the reverse. So the starfish is about exquisite beauty. It can be about somebody who is very exciting or very fun to be around. That's really what it's about. And it's about somebody who can put someone else under their spell, right? But the problem is these creatures are these people, right, can be so reliant on either their own, how they look themselves, or kind of outward appearances, maybe what other people are thinking, right? Or what other people think of them. So for so long, they might have forgotten their deeper callings. And so when this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams did I set aside to please others? Yeah, and when out of balance, this can be gossip or feeling empty. Yeah, very interesting. And we have travel, and we have the reunion card, reunions. Maybe you have a couple of reunions, right? This is June, and I think a lot of kind of reunions. There could be a lot of reunions this month. There could be, and but this may be a romantic reunion. It may be like in business where somebody else got hired or just something like that, or chosen because people care about your person may care too much about what other people think, right? It's kind of like the herd mentality, right? Which I never do. You guys could probably tell by my bad attitude, right? I'm not saying I never have, but in general, good God, no, right? And so we have the travel card too, could talk about, it's like allegorical, like symbolic. Maybe they're traveling in their mind, your person. It may be you, as I said. Only you will know who's doing what in the reading. And the travel card, it's a number 5, which is interesting because it can talk about challenging chapters in your life. I feel like there's a transition, kind of like the 6 of Swords here in this reading. And I feel like your person stops caring about what other people think. And I feel like they are going to somebody may initiate a new beginning with you, and they may want to reunite with you here. The observer's here, and they got the coyote looking at the moon here. And so, the observer is about somebody who takes a good look at themselves. Typically it is. And it can bring stability, because once you kind of understand yourself, of course, right? Once you understand anything, you're standing in your power. You have like more control in your own life, and more personal power when there is an understanding instead of ignorance, of course. The chaos and conflict card is here, and here is the zebra, and he's half zebra, half giraffe. And he said, well, who said that was a good idea, right? He said, I'm too short to be a giraffe, and I like my black and white stripes, so what up, right? Just teasing. And so this is a 6, and this is a recognizing that your life is just kind of full of conflict and chaos. That's what it is, because the realization also comes from this card here. And this is, the observer, right? The loyal heart, Capricorn, and this is 35. Maybe you're 35 years old. What a beautiful age that is. It is. And so we have the 2 owls and the loyal heart. They're loyal to each other. They love each other. And, when we see a loyal heart, but they're owls, that means that they really know what they want. They're wise. They know the right person. In this reading, somebody feels you are the right person, and it looks like they kept putting it off, or they kept listening or being swayed by other people's opinions, things like that. They put off their dream to be with you, to be this loyal heart, to be next to you and beside you. It does really look like that. It's very beautiful. And so before we do the tarot, Capricorn, if you would like your own psychic reading, you may always get one. I'm a Silva grad. They're accurate, yes. And we do a tarot spread at the end, or you may have an I Ching reading, and the I Ching reading is to help you decide something. and to help you, maybe see something that you kind of didn't see before. It can help you with your analysis by way of the Tao, which is, I think in Chinese it's the Tao, but they call this, or in Mandarin, I believe. And so there's no exact Chinese language. I feel like always has a name, specific name, but the dialect. And so, but that is based on ancient Chinese wisdom. That's what that's based on. So very, very cool. So let's get into the reading, Capricorn. And if you'd like your chart read, you can always get one of those. Interpreted. It's not read. No, and read just is kind of downplaying it because it's very profound. And that is your life roadmap to fulfill your true potential. So let's see what we have here. And today we're using the pirate deck, right? And let's get a couple shuffles in because it's just kind of here looking at those. And yeah, see what we have, Capricorn. And we'll get one more. Okay. Somebody may be coming here to ask you for a reunion, Capricorn. I feel like this person may be telling you that they kind of put themselves in chaos and conflict. They could be saying that. They could. The Justice card's reversed and the Three of Cups. Okay. So Justice reversed is kind of a trip. There could be a Libra here, but, and it's a trip. Somebody feels like they kind of, maybe they're kind of not enjoying, but, kind of feeling their karma or being paid with it's kind of like your own medicine karma, right? Like, here, have a taste of your own medicine, but they could be kind of suffering their own karma. Your person could be doing this. The Tower's in the reading, and the Ace of Cups is here in the root, why it's all happening. With Justice reversed, I mean, it can, sometimes talk about a divorce or, legal matters that have gone south or they're not going well, things like that. It can talk about a decision that's already been made, justice, right? The Three of Cups shows up in the crossing energy. This is a reunion because we see it here, Capricorn. Yes, we do. And these people are celebrating. Yeah, they're falling in the water and they're kind of dancing with the fish. And the past has the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles in this reading, he's kind of wondering if his dog is showing up here or if his ships are going to come in. Because here are the ships out here. He has his back to the ocean. And the dog is coming with a lunch. Yeah, his little chocolate brown lab is bringing his lunch, right? And so he's wondering what's going to happen. The jester, right? The guy who has the Two of Pentacles kind of outfit. They have him as a jester in this one. And he's got the yin and the yang, symbol on his hat. And so he's juggling this. He's wondering up and down. I wonder how this is going to play out, right? And so here comes the dog to show him that there's going to be success, this loyalty. When the dog brings a lunch, it's like a loyalty. And this is going to happen most likely. And then the ships are right here in the bay. For sure they are. The Tower is the mindset, and we have the Judgment card. Wow, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Look at all these cards. Two of Swords. And the Judgment is a trip, and Judgment is here. And one person is kind of getting his rebirth here, and the other person is paying his karmic debts. And because he's down here and he is cooking in this cauldron that is on the Judgment card, he's naked. That's why I can't show. And let me just cover, it is really the person above that is kind of, showing up as naked. So you can't really see both. So let me just try to cover and just, I don't know if you guys are even looking at the cards, right? But here we have a naked, this is a woman standing up, and she's holding her heart is open, her soul is open, basically. And the divine hand kind of gives her a juice of, of the divine, basically, for rebirth, right? And to start over, like, and here, to be reborn, to live a new way, to be forgiven, possibly. And because Judgment, this person needs forgiving. And I feel like it's really it definitely could just be the same person that they are depicting here on this card. At first, this person was crying and being cooked in the cauldron and then got way up. But I feel like this is probably two different people to show the energy here. Judgment, right? How will it all turn out, right? Basically, judgment and justice can speak of a divorce sometimes, right? Because they're both court matters. Judgment. When you go to court, you get a judgment. You do. And but this can definitely be, somebody may want forgiveness here with this reunions card. And the Wheel of Fortune shows up in the concern. And this talks about, I'm going to spin the wheel and I hope it all works out for me. And that's what this is about here. Somebody's hoping they're going to have this Ace of Cups in the reading. It may be you, Capricorn. But the other person, we have two people here who are madly in love with each other or really kind of mad about each other, right? I don't mean angry, you guys. That's kind of an English, it's from England, that way to speak. It is, right? But it's kind of cool. It is. And sometimes the English they just get right to the kind of, heart of the matter. I mean, it was their language, right? And they brought it to the United States. And mm-hmm. But, but this is, here we see these two owls and they are mad about each other. They're married. There's like the king owl and the queen owl. And, if they're not married, I'd be surprised, right? But hey, but they love each other and they're definitely together. And that is really the key here. And they have these keys hanging off here, two keys, and they have the key to each other's heart. How very cute is that? And this is, after the chaos and conflict card. The chaos and conflict goes away here. It really does. And somebody here might have took somebody else in your place, Capricorn. It's possible. Or they were with somebody and it's possible they cared. Somebody in this reading could have cared too much about what other people think, right? Yeah, and there's too many other things in this world to deal with than your own. So why would you care about what other people think, right? You got your own things to figure out, yeah, in life, right? Of course. And just like, it's not your burden to carry unless you make it yours, right? And here we have the Two of Pentacles in the past. I said this reading is about, I'm wondering if kind of the wheel will turn in my favor. And the monkey is here with his buddies here, the snake, and this set here, which is like, I don't know, the Egyptian god, I feel like he is, and but he's an animal, right? Interesting. And so he's here, and he's going to spin the wheel, the monkey. And, he looks like he's the monkey that always kind of looks like, in all the cartoons, it looks like he's playing games on people, right? Yeah, in mind games and, just screwing around. Tomfoolery for sure. And here he is, he's going to spin it. He doesn't know how the wheel will land, in his favor or against. Interesting how justice is reversed and judgment is here. So definitely you or your person, somebody doesn't know here if things are going to turn in their favor. In the environment here is the Two of Swords. And she already knows what to do. She's been troubled, but she knows what to do. And she's, she's kind of like Zoe Saldana here. I feel like she is. But we have the wolf in back of her, and he's coming. I feel like she's, the wolf is probably her friend, but he does look a little, shady back here. Yeah, probably. And so in the reading, because the Two of Swords is usually kind of troubled, she looks troubled here, but I feel like she figures out what to do. That's what I meant by she knows what to do in this reading. And so it sits in the environment, and we'll get a card there where somebody's a little troubled about their path or about possibly it can be a decision, but I feel like in this one with the Wheel of Fortune next door, it's more like, well, I'm going to spin the wheel, and once again, I hope the wheel turns in my favor. And the Two of Swords here underneath the Ace of Cups, being the Ace of Cups is over it, kind of empowering it. It just means I really want this new beginning in love, and I kind of have no choice but to take a risk here, right? To be like the little monkey. He's gonna spin the wheel. And yeah, very cool. And now I have in the environment the Seven of Swords. So there's another wolf here, but this man's walking away. He's leaving something he doesn't want anymore. And I say that because the wolf is always a great calling or an expansion. So this is somebody who takes a risk on and leaves something behind here. Something that had to do with chaos and conflict right here. And so the Tower, Capricorn, was the mindset here. The Tower, And, the tower is breaking apart here. And, the lightning has hit the tower, and the bell at the top is falling down to the ground. This lady fell out, and these people are not suffering, escaping through the bottom. And the man he goes and he's trying to hurt them. He has a spear here, and he's like, or some type of a horrible pokers, something. It's very big, very long, and he's dressed like the Grim Reaper. And so he's trying to, attack them and hurt them, and they're trying to escape refuge, right? Or find refuge, rather. And so this is like the tower. Something ends here. They don't have any control here because the guy's trying to hurt them, and she's falling out of the tower at the top. So this is like the mindset here is something ends, and there's danger here, but I have to go. Like I have to go anyway, right? Even if it's going to be dangerous or hard or whatever, I'm still leaving. And the tower, there's some type of a wake up here where somebody says, you or your person says, you know what, it's time to go. It's just boom, it's time to go. And in this reading, it's about I've cared too long about what other people think. And we see the change with travel because it's just like the Six of Swords. It's changed. That one's a number 5, which means change. And the observer, somebody has really observed their past behavior here, and nothing better than that, right? You can't get any better than that. No, you can't. And so the Seven of Swords, yeah, there's a leaving. Somebody feels like I have no choice but to leave, and there's danger behind her because when I look at the wolf here, he is coming. He's coming with malice, with malintentions, or he's scary. So when you look at his legs, and so somebody walks away from something, but they don't know if what they're walking toward will just kind of work for them, right? And they might need forgiveness, right? Because we see this kind of realization with the tower and judgment. Yeah, definitely. And so Queen of Swords is, it's about a decision. I hope I made the right decision. That's really what it's about, I believe. Hope I'm seeing this the right way. And the Seven of Wands is about standing in your power in this deck. And here's a little bird. It's not a little bird, it's a crow. And so crows are very intelligent. He's standing in his power because he's been very smart. He's done a lot of introspection because this is a 7. And all 7s are about introspection. This is a very cool reading, Capricorn. And we're going to get one more card here on the tower because it sits in the mindset. We may clarify judgment as well, but let's see. We have the star with it. This is really beautiful. This is something comes down to the ground, and I'm hoping for something much better. I'm very inspired about the future, even if I'm a little afraid, right? That's what that's about, right? And so something's not predictable here, but it still brings so much hope and joy because of some stagnancy here, or some living in the past, or just, and kind of living in the past, kind of caring too much about the past or what people thought, something like that. Yeah. And so you don't have any power when you live in the past. You really don't, because you cannot create a future for yourself if you are siphoning all your energy to the past, right? Judgment is here with the Fool. Look how beautiful these cards are. And so right here, Capricorn, this is in the near future. The Fool jumps off here for judgment, for rebirth. And whoever is enjoying, it's not enjoying yet, I don't feel like, but whoever is going through this rebirth is, even if they couldn't, I feel like even if you say no, Capricorn, to a reunion, there is still this beautiful like growth and just a powerful realization of what life really is, and who your person is deep down. There's this great knowing here in this reading, right? Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me here, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. You guys have a great one.